A mighty Persian army of 50,000 men, swallowed whole by the desert, never to be seen again. Was it a freak sandstorm, or something far more sinister? In 524 BCE, Cambyses II, the son of Cyrus the Great and ruler of the Persian Empire, sent an army from Luxor to conquer the Oracle of Amun at Siwa in Egypt. According to ancient historians, they marched into the vast western desert and vanished. No survivors, no remains. So, what truly happened to this army? Was it buried beneath an apocalyptic sandstorm, wiped out by hidden enemies? Or did they stumble upon a secret so forbidden that history itself erased their existence? To understand what might have happened, we must first examine the records of the time. Herodotus, a Greek historian, wrote Histories, which was written in the 5th century BCE, is one of the primary sources that document the event. Herodotus wrote in his work that they were consumed by a violent sandstorm. Herodotus described how Cambyses II sent an army of 50,000 men into the desert, only for them to be lost in a great storm. However, Herodotus and his accounts were often based on second-hand sources, leading scholars to question their accuracy. Also, during that time there are no direct Persian records hinting of this event. Therefore, this raises an important question. Was this army's disappearance even real? Or was it part of a much larger cover-up? So, what do Persian records say? The Achaemenid Empire was known for keeping detailed records in inscriptions and administrative documents, typically written in Old Persian, Elamite, and Akkadian cuneiform. The Behistun inscription, a massive rock relief created by Darius I, provides extensive details about Persian conquests, but makes no mention of Cambyses' lost army. The Persepolis fortification tablets, a collection of thousands of cuneiform records, detail the logistics and movements of Persian troops, but are similarly silent on this specific campaign. This absence of evidence in Persian records raises further questions. Was the disaster deliberately omitted to avoid dishonoring Cambyses' reign? Or was Herodotus exaggerating the event? The army's mission was clear: to march westward across the Egyptian desert to subdue the Siwa Oasis and bring the Oracle of Amun under Persian control. During that time, the city of Siwa in many ways was a center of Egyptian culture. A temple was erected there to honor the ram-headed sun god Amun-Ra. From 700 BCE and on, the housed divine oracle's fame became widespread in the eastern Mediterranean. The oracle had seen and consulted many leaders during its reign, which included Alexander the Great during his historic conquest. Therefore, King Cambyses of Persia, the son of Cyrus the Great who had conquered Egypt, likely sought to take control over Siwa and the oracle for its significant purpose and cement his rule over Egypt. According to Herodotus, the army left Thebes, likely following a route through the Dakhla Oasis before pushing into the Great Sand Sea. However, no definitive records from the Persian archives confirm this. Another compelling theory suggests that Cambyses' lost army did not perish in a sandstorm, but was instead ambushed and destroyed by Egyptian rebels under the leadership of Petubastis III. Following the Persian conquest of Egypt in 525 BCE, resentment festered, and by 522 BCE, an Egyptian rebellion erupted. Some historians propose that Cambyses' army was not heading directly to Siwa, but instead to suppress a revolt led by Petubastis III in the Dakhla Oasis. If this theory holds true, the army might have been drawn into an ambush in the treacherous desert terrain, where local fighters, well versed in the harsh conditions, could have systematically cut down the Persian forces. This theory is supported by circumstantial evidence. Petubastis III did briefly reclaim parts of Egypt, and Darius I later crushed this rebellion when he secured the Persian throne. Darius I, who succeeded Cambyses, made no mention of this lost army in his official records, but he did document the suppression of the Egyptian revolt in 520 BCE. Could it be that Darius covered up the Persian defeat to maintain the illusion of Achaemenid invincibility. If an entire army had been annihilated by Egyptian rebels, it would have been a humiliating setback. The possibility of an ambush has also been explored. In the years following Cambyses' campaign, Egyptian resistance to Persian rule intensified. Some records suggest that a rebel faction, possibly led by Egyptian priests loyal to Amun, could have lured the army into a trap or even poisoned their water supply. The lack of Persian accounts on the disaster could be due to an intentional cover-up, either by Cambyses himself or later Achaemenid rulers who wished to erase the failure from history. Some fringe theorists propose that the army stumbled upon an ancient, undiscovered civilization or a forbidden site, one so dangerous that they were deliberately erased from history. While no credible evidence supports this, there are the accounts of local Bedouin legends that speak of ghost warriors who haunt the dunes, eternally marching. But as we know, it's just an urban legend. While the mystery of Cambyses' lost army remains unsolved, recent research has focused on potential battle sites near the Dakhla Oasis, as well as new excavation sites in the Western Desert. Ground-penetrating radar and satellite imaging are being used to identify possible burial sites or remnants of ancient military encampments. Was Cambyses' lost army swallowed by the sands, massacred by Egyptian rebels, or deliberately erased from history by Darius I? While we may never know the full truth, new discoveries continue to emerge. The sands of time are shifting, and they may yet reveal the fate of Cambyses' vanished warriors. Tell me, what do you believe? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, stay curious.